Savannah was a side business that we had aside of our full-time job. But then things got a bit out of our control. When we created Traitors Aboard, we knew we had like an amazing game.
When we would offer to play the game in fairs, people would love the game, would stay like for 30 minutes, 1 hour, playing, replaying. We knew that it was going to be a hit. So we sold about 200,000 units of Traitors Aboard worldwide.
When you have a big success, the next one is even more challenging. Everyone is expecting you to deliver the same way. I met Jean-Xia at our business school. He was quite outstanding.
I already felt that he was someone who is really driven, who knows what he wants.
How was this guy able to do so many things at the same time? Yeah, it was really impressive.
This drive comes from my parents.
My dad, when he arrived in France, he arrived with one t-shirt, one pair of jeans, and $1 in his pocket. Nothing else. I have to succeed. I have no choice.
I said, okay, Romain, if you have a great idea, we could build something. He called me back on the day after and he said, okay, I have a great idea. Let's do board games.
The board game market quickly grew, and especially the online and e-commerce side. And because we were like really focusing on that, we were able to benefit it quickly. When we launched Traitors Aboard on Amazon, we knew we had all the tools available to us to be able to sell it, distribute it, and market it. We knew like Amazon ads was such a powerful tool, from like the sponsor product ads to the sponsor brands, introducing the video, to now like they use generative AI. You could feel the snowball effect of selling one game, two games. With the new game coming up, the pressure is on.
This is the most important game that we're going to sell during the winter holidays. In November and December, we make about 50% of our revenue.
If we want to keep on growing, we need to deliver on the next product and to make sure like it's on the road to success. I do a lot of sports, helps me release the pressure.
Ballroom dancing helps me to have something else aside work.
I always have this feeling of surfing a wave. You just need to still surf the wave before it crashes you.
I also play music. Everything tied together today is my life. When I dance, I don't have like too many responsibilities. I am able to fail at some point, to not dance like in a perfect way. While in business, I don't feel like I have the freedom to fail. Romain is more driven by the future. He's trying to develop new things. He's trying to come up with new ideas. And I'm more trying to ensure that everything that is inside the company is perfect. Tu penses qu'avoir un truc beaucoup plus détaillé comme ça, c'est plus intéressant?
Ça sera pas beaucoup plus détaillé. En fait, en gros,
Okay.
vu qu'il y a un vitrail par famille dans l'idée.
Okay. We have the next game that will come. We need to ensure that the product team delivers. And since I'm head of the product team, I have to deliver.
Ou dans l'idée, bah, du coup, il y a les 5 familles, donc je change pas les éléments parce qu'on n'aura pas le temps, sauf si quelqu'un a une idée.
Jean-Xia and Romain told me like if we work with this game, you are gonna do everything. The illustrations, the specs for the box. I have like a view on everything about the project. So it's pretty interesting for me because I can learn a lot. I was pretty proud because I thought, okay, he trusts me and I really value it. It's a really good growth experience. I'm like, okay, I don't have to know everything, but I have to learn.
Janice m'a dit que tu avais pu discuter avec elle concernant le titre.
Et moi, il y en avait un qui un peu me sautait aux yeux. C'était le titre Succession. If your name is country specific, then it gets harder and harder to be able to advertise it in like all the different countries. That's also why finding the right name is so important for us, because we made that mistakes once, and so now we are very careful. On sait que le succès d'un jeu est souvent lié à sa viralité, donc c'est à nous de tout faire en sorte pour qu'il soit le plus viral et qu'on puisse avoir un succès similaire à Traître à bord. We initially launched in France, translated the game, and we were able to distribute it all around Europe. It was more a question on how we would market it to like different countries. Then very quickly we moved to Amazon Ads to advertise for the product. We had to adapt, but the game had to stay the same. Hello! Plus de points et de finir le joueur le plus riche de la partie. There is always pressure. The responsibilities shift and you have different things you need to manage. I know I'm not alone. Jonxia is there. I also have my wife. She has always the best advice from like a fresh angle.
Je vais me placer vers le port et déplacer ta carte vers le château.
You also got me into the industry somehow.
I had like a friends group called the board games group, and I brought Romain, and he really liked it. I think it's a little bit thanks to me.
Moi, je suis assez d'accord qu'elle.
Definitely.
Voilà. Ah bah oui. C'est bon. Bon, allez, on va la Romain. Allez hop. Attends, j'ai pas fait direct. Mais c'est quoi cette cloche?
Could tell that I had my lawyers on the phone. Hello.
Hello.
Bon, on a un petit souci. On vient de voir avec nos avocats concernant le titre Succession qu'on avait en tête hier. Et en fait, il s'avère qu'il y a une série télé qui porte le même nom, qui a du coup la production de cette série a déposé la marque dans la catégorie 28. Et donc ça veut dire que le mot Succession, on peut pas l'utiliser en tant que tel dans la catégorie.
Moi j'avais Rivalis que j'aimais bien, mais ça évoque peut-être pas assez le principe du jeu, quoi.
Rivalis, c'est pas mal.
Viens.
Oui, mon chaton. Je suis avec toute l'équipe.
Hello.
Hello.
Pas de pression.
Pas de pression. Mais c'est pas la cover, mais c'est le nom. Je sais pas si tu le vois.
Rivali.
River, comment tu le dis?
Rivali.
Ok.
Ah.
Ok. Intéressant. Voilà. Mais on voulait ton avis.
Bah écoute, là à chaud, je suis pas fan.
T'es pas fan? Ok.
Je pense que 90% des gens vont dire Rivali.
Ok.
Je sais pas. Je vais réfléchir.
Okay. Basically, we got two not very enthusiastic feedback that you could consider as negative. We should sleep on it and see if it still feels like the right name.
Mesdames et messieurs, vous êtes actuellement 9000 visiteurs.
After many more hours of thinking with the whole team, we found out the name of Emblem, which is a great name because it's a name that can be translated easily into different languages.
Cher ami.
Ça va? Ça fait longtemps. Parce que là, on aimerait bien faire tester Emblem un petit peu.
Ouais. Vous allez tester un prototype qui va sortir en septembre. Je vais faire l'installation parce que du coup, hop, qui est toute simple. The name, Emblem, it's easy to remember and it sticks to the theme. The game is going to go to print like 2 weeks, so it was time. We are.
So the next big milestone will be obviously to ensure that the final files are approved by everybody. And after that, our manufacturer will take it from there. We are sure that it's going to work as well as the other games that we have done in the past.
Moi, sur les festivals, il y a plein de gens qui me disent « Ok, Très Trabord, c'était incroyable, mais maintenant, c'est quoi la suite ?»
Ouais.
Tous les ans, ils viennent nous voir sur les mêmes festivals et ils nous disent « Ah, mais on était venus vous voir l'année dernière, maintenant, c'est quoi cette année
Ouais.
On a envie de tester vos prototypes et voir comment on peut vous aider pour l'année prochaine. »
Ah, c'est génial. Ah ouais.
C'est une belle marque de confiance de la part des joueurs de notre communauté.
Sometimes people expect from entrepreneurs to be at their best since day one. Not possible. It's a learning journey. We try to push each other to grow, always thriving for the best.
Success looks like a company that can run by itself, ensuring that the people who are in the business enjoy what they do.
You manage to pass on your culture and your vision to them, and they own the future of the company as if it was their own company. So that's really what you could value as real success.